Trump and Musk are trying to purge veterans from the government and everybody else who works for the government. If you haven't heard, they sent out an email to all 2 million government employees. The email states that anybody who wants to leave or resign has till February 6th to respond back to this email from the Office of Personnel Management. That's basically the human resources for the government. They need to respond back by February 6th, resign. Now, as a government employee myself, I know my whole office, I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's up in arms about this, and 80% of my office are Trump voters. So this resign letter was headed with the title Fork in the Road, just like the Elon Musk email that he sent to the Twitter employees before he purged everybody from Twitter, offering them retirement packages and early retirement packages, offering to pay them out to resign. And then after everybody resigned, he didn't pay him out, just like the piece of shit that he is. So they're trying to purge people from the government, and this hits veterans particularly hard, who are 30% of the government. And that was pointed out by this Rolling Stone article. So let's take a look at that. Trump and Musk are trying to purge veterans from the government. The mass purge of federal workers under Donald Trump and Elon Musk, so-called Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, plan is more than just an attack on the government bureaucracy. It's a direct assault on the veterans who make up nearly 30% of the federal workforce. In a decision that will be remembered as a betrayal of the veteran community and the broader federal workforce, the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, OPM, issued an email Tuesday, similar in wording to the one Musk used to gut Twitter. The message, which arrived under the subject line "Fork in the Road," presented federal employees with a false choice: agree to sign now with temporary pay or risk termination later. Musk made a similar offer to Twitter employees, along with promises about severance that were apparently never honored, a precedent that raises serious concerns about the integrity of this so-called deferred resignation plan. Musk's fingerprints on the scheme introduce major legal questions, as he neither is a government advisor nor a federal employee. This raises the alarming possibility that the offer itself may not even be legally valid, opening a new legal and constitutional battle over the authority behind this directive. The administration forced resignation scheme, disguised as a voluntary buyout offer, is nothing more than a coercive tactic, not an act of good faith. Federal workers, many of them veterans, are being pressured to resign by February 6th in exchange for 8 months of pay. The alternative: facing reclassification, forced return to office mandates, or outright termination. These threats are designed to create panic rather than reflect actual likelihood. The most alarming part is that by the time this scheme is challenged in court, it may be too late for veterans who took the bait, leaving them without jobs, benefits, or recourse. See, this is the plan. Just get people to take this offer, then screw them over, not pay them, and say, too bad, you don't have a job anymore. This Trump administration threat is not about cost cutting or making government work better. This is about power, gutting the civil service, replacing professionals with political loyalists, if at all, and eliminating any institutional resistance to his extreme right-wing agenda. It is exactly the kind of plan you might expect to see in a Cold War report about how to take down a government without firing a shot. So this is their plan: to take down the government, create chaos, get people to resign, replace them with loyalists, and then slowly take all of your rights. This is Social Security, veterans' rights, Medicare, Medicaid. They're coming for it all. And guess who they're giving it to? Elon Musk and the other billionaires, the richest people in the world. For veterans, the stakes are even higher. Many took federal jobs as part of their transition back into civilian life. These roles provide stability, purpose, and for some, the only path forward after military service. Veterans work in nearly every agency, but they are particularly concentrated in Homeland Security. the Department of Veterans Affairs, and the Defense Department, all of which are critical to national security and veteran care. By gutting these agencies, Trump and Musk aren't just purging workers, they are sabotaging the very services that support veterans and their families. The same veterans will get whacked on the back end as their care from the Department of Veterans Affairs deteriorates if the veterans and non-veterans there fall for this scheme. And let's be clear, the math doesn't add up. Trump and Musk claim their government purge will help save $2 trillion, but the entire civilian federal payroll is $271 billion. Even if every federal worker were fired, they wouldn't come close to those savings. What they will accomplish is chaos, longer VA wait times, weakened national security, a gutted Social Security safety net, and a boatload of unemployed veterans with nothing but time and an axe to grind. This won't deliver efficiency. It's destruction for the sake of destruction and display of sheer incompetence by Musk, who couldn't even be bothered to come up with a new scheme to screw over veterans, and instead just dusted off his Twitter playbook. He assumes we're all gullible as Trump's diehard supporters. We're not. If he and Trump don't back off, we'll make sure they hear us loud and clear. See the bonus army when veterans marched on Washington during the Great Depression demanding the bonus payments they had been promised. As this new purge unfolds, veterans once again find themselves in the crosshairs. Not on the battlefield, but in a political war where their service is treated as disposable. Congress needs to act now before there's nothing left to save. Okay, guys, so as you can see, they're looking to screw over as many federal workers and veterans as they can. They're looking to purge the government, to replace them with loyalists so they could gut our social safety net and all our programs. Everybody needs to fight back. You need to call your congressman, call your senator, get them on the phone. Emails aren't good enough. Snail mail is not good enough. The best way to do it is to call, wait on the phone, get them on the phone, or their congressional assistants, whoever you can on the phone, and let them know that you do not like this shit they're trying to pull. Do we really want Elon Musk, an unelected official, pulling the levers of government? I don't think so. It's not what I want. Is it what you want? Okay, guys, thanks again for watching The Spin Cycle. I'll see you next time with another video. Subscribe, like, share. Peace out.